This is insane, the amount of control you have over
Yeah,
there.
so there's tons of different things in here. So in essence, there are some different blocks in here that you can control. Main one, obviously, is the reverb.
Yeah.
Then you have a separate modulation block for adding chorus
Definitely
or
look at that.
vibrato.
Yeah.
You have an octave block, which can do this kind of shimmery octave up thing.
Okay.
Then you have the option of changing the range of the knobs. So you can say at 12 o'clock I want a specific. So
different curves and things, yeah.
You can choose what the knobs control and what the range and how the knob works. Yeah. Then you can control the foot switch.
Which is new to me. I didn't know you guys did this. Yeah. That's very, very cool.
You can set what it controls and also how much.
And is it pressure sensitive?
Yeah, it is. Well? So I can actually show you if we just go. Let's see here. If you try playing something now.
Oh man, that's very cool.
So and obviously because I'm using my fingers to press it, it's a little harder because it's
because it is actually a foot switch.
Yeah, so you can try it out.
Okay, I won't get my foot up there. I'm not quite that flexible,
but we'll go back.
That shimmer sounds nice. Can I hear that again?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So then you can gradually fit it in.
And you can adjust the decay of that when the foot comes off as well. Okay, that's really useful.
And the thing is, the way it's designed is that you can choose. All of these things can be combined in any way you want.
Okay.
So it's not like you can only have the shimmer with the
man, it's like Christmas. Okay.
So you can have any of the reverb types with with modulation and octave shimmer thing, whatever you want.
Wow.
So if you say you use the modulation one.
That's the thing, because so playing like solo acoustic guitar, the reverb is obviously the most important kind of effect that one would want, because like I was saying earlier, like silence is the second instrument when you're playing by yourself. It's like, when you have a quiet audience, it's so good because that's part of the show, So reverb is so important. But what I found is through playing with different reverbs over time, the mod setting on the Hall of Fame is the one I would go to because it has that chorus element to kind of fatten it up, to make a solo performance seem a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really of the school of having a completely traditional, like totally clear reverb. I have that on recordings, but live I like to give it a bit of character.
Yeah.
But what I haven't been able to do is to, use things like this to customize it and play with it organically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I mean the mod setting as a basis would be good to start, I guess.
And this is what we have now.
Okay. Okay. So where's the rate?
The rate, and there's actually two. In this one, we have two modulation blocks going at the same time. There's one. Let me see if I can explain the difference. So there's one modulation block that sits inside the reverb algorithm, and the reverb algorithm is basically a hell of a lot of delay lines. So individual delays, like hundreds.
Oh, okay.
That basically mesh together.
Okay.
In a way to create the room, and each of those delay lines can have modulation on it.
Okay.
So that's how the modulation inside the reverb block works. So it's basically
so you're modulating
every single
one of many delays.
Yeah. Okay. And then after that, we have a second modulation block that sits in the tail. So it's basically like having an output of just the wet signal coming from the pedal, and then having that go into a chorus section.
Okay.
Some kind of modulation pedal.
Great.
And both are on at the same time.
Okay, so they weave in and out of each other.
Yeah.
And we can control
exactly.
how
So
that
we
works.
can try if we go to the modulation block, that'll probably give you the most, where you'll hear it the most. Here's the speed for the rate.
Yeah. And this is the block that's on the delays, not on the
it's the
master.
one. It's on the output. Okay. We can try the other one as well. So here's the one that's inside the reverb block. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to me, the difference is that when you do it inside the reverb block, it almost seems like you're kind of bending the room.
Exactly.
It's almost like a matrix kind of thing.
So that's what I've been trying to get on because I have the Hall of Fame 1, right, the original, and that's something that I tried to tame a little bit, to have a little bit less of, because I want to sort of fatten up the sound in a way that almost isn't saying to the audience, he's got an effect on. It's just something to give it a little bit of extra, something subtle. So it's trying to play with it a little. So that was on 20 before?
Yeah, I just turned it all the way up. So we can back it down.
Okay, maybe. Can you go back to 20 so we can hear the... They're too much, yeah. Maybe like 12 or something?
Yeah.
Maybe even... Is the other chorus on as well on the...
Yeah,
okay.
it is right now. But we can turn that off and then we can turn it back on if you want to hear.
Can we bypass the other one?
Yeah, sure.
Just to hear this in isolation?
There we go.
This is... Man, you must have endless fun with this.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Okay, so now we're just hearing...
Yeah.
Can you go back to the 20 again?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And what I'm actually doing now, I'm adjusting the speed, not the depth. But because the way a chorus typically works is that the faster it goes, the more you'll hear the depth change.
Of course, yeah. So let's go back to about 12 again. That's nice. I think that's a good starting point, and then we can add some of the other stuff in there, because the other stuff acts more subtly and it kind of weaves in and out.
Yeah. So another thing we can do is we can also work on the core sound of the reverb. So there's a whole EQ section.
Okay, great.
So if we stick in here,
I like it a little bit warm, the actual reverb.
Yeah.
So because I'm playing with nails, you know, when you play with like fingerstyle, the nails add this brightness to the sound. Which sometimes is a little bit shrill through certain systems as well. So I normally say if you have a tone sort of as a semicircle, I guess, from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, warm to bright, I'd normally have it maybe
around
a little bit, like around sort of like 10 or 11 o'clock. You know.
So if you look at it here, I can actually show you here on the knob what's going on at the same time. So this one, the tone knob on the pedal, is actually controlling the high color. So now it's very dull, going to...
Yeah, so
this would be your 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So if you can actually just set it on
But
here.
that's going to be one of the parameters on the actual...
Yeah. Well, you can choose for it to be...
Yeah, that's really... I really like that on the pedal, actually, because you can play with that in different rooms.
So another thing that we can control separately from that is the amount of low end. Mm-hmm. So I can... Right now it's on 3, so I'll crank it all the way up so you get all the low end you can get.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay.
And then compare to nothing at all.
Wow, okay, yeah. So let's see. So maybe something around 11 o'clock? That's nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I think, can we engage the other chorus?
Sure.
Yeah, let's get that in there.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay, so which one of you just engaged there? Where are we? We're up here?
Yeah, so I was... this is the one we're controlling, the low color.
Yeah. So you've got both choruses on right now?
Yeah.
Can you max that out, just so I can hear the...
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the low end of the reverb, you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, can we put that back to 11, where it was?
Yeah.
And this is so fun, man. The chorus attached to the delay algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Can we turn that on and mess with that a little bit?
Yeah, it's on now, so we can definitely mess with it.
Excellent.
Here we have the parameters for that guy.
This is like 15 different
Yeah. So what's happening inside the modulation block here is that we're running a tri-chorus, which is basically 3 choruses in parallel.
Yeah.
So you get more of an interweaving
That's
kind of
what
thing.
we want. We want to imply the effect without it being one noticeable weave. Yeah, exactly.
And so you have one common speed for all of them, but you have 3 different depths you can choose from.
Okay.
And then you have 3 different delay times that you can set as well.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
the delay
cool.
times, let me see if I can...
Smearing into each other.
Yeah, and the delay time is basically changes the phase of how the wet signal and the dry signal kind of meshes together.
Okay.
And the ground rule is that if you want a more of a shimmery kind of hi-fi sound, you set it fairly low, around 3 to 7, 10 milliseconds. If you want more of a warm, more old school type of sound, you set it longer. So one way of explaining this, if you imagine like a flanger kind of sound, the lower you set the delay time, the higher the flange will go. It'll go zzz.
Okay, sure.
Whereas if you set it lower, it'll go zzz.
Okay.
So
wow.
So right now the speed is kind of in the middle.
Can we crank that and see what that sounds like?
It's going to be very fast, but we'll crank it up.
Yeah,
it's at 775. It's going to be stupid, but
let's do it.
Yeah.
Whoa! Yeah, let's not use that, but that's good to know. So what about something? Yeah. Okay, what about something about sort of 10 o'clock on the wheel? So sort of about there. A hair lower. That's nice. Can we adjust the curve there of that pulse?
How?
How flatten it out a little bit. So we squish it down a little bit.
Yeah. Bring these guys down.
That's more.
There's actually a little bit of a high cut on now. I can bring it up so you can hear the difference.
Yeah. It's a nice compliment to the warmth that we created.
And then another thing I can actually see in this setting is that it's actually running 100% wet, which means that you have no... If you imagine you have the reverb tail and it's going into the chorus.
Yeah.
And what's actually happening is that it's split into three.
You like the
three parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all three are modulated. We do have the option of adding a fourth one that's straight without it being.
Okay, completely.
And it gives you.
You can hear what that sounds like for sure.
So now you'll get equal amounts of all four, which would be this. Compared to all the way
back
up.
to how it was. Okay, yeah. I actually like it like this, to be honest. Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah.
That's
why the default is 100.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay, now the... Yeah, I like how they're weaving out in and out with each other. That's nice. There's a pulse in there, sort of.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a pulse.
There's a little bit. Can we space that out a little bit?
Yeah, we can do that.
I hope I'm articulating it.
It makes perfect sense.
You must have done hundreds of these.
I've done a few. I've done a few. So let's see here. So we'll do this. Try it now, see if it's better.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. Smooth.
Is that better?
Oh, dude. So nice. So I have these different tunes that I play live, and some of them what I've been doing on the Hall of Fame one with the mod setting is just basically taking the decay time and the effects level between, say, 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, depending on how spacey the song is, you know. So those controls, based on what I'm used to, I think need to remain exactly as they are, to be honest. Because I just bend down, tweak that. So if I'm playing like a Celtic ballad or some like Pierre and Susan nice thing, I like to just give it that little... Is this still working now? So if I pop that up to there, you know...
There you get a little bit more of it.
You get a little bit of extra
kick.
But
this is exactly like it is on the pedal, so we'll
keep that based on what I'm used to, but this already sounds so much better for what I'm doing, because I've had a battle of getting that chorus to sit subtly in a solo acoustic guitar mix, right? So you mentioned the Shimmer. The Shimmer thing, this would be very fun to play with.
Okay, let's see here. This is always the tricky bit because it's freaking crazy.
This is who comes up. So the person that came up with this, they get lots of beers, I suppose.
It's still running.
It's just shimmering this thing. That's
let's
so
see
funny.
here. So I want to grab this guy. It's this one.
It really darts around the notes, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a strange kind of thing going on that's. It seems to almost have a life of its own.
Yeah, once it hears a new note, it's sort of like, oh fuck that guy, I'm going over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so we want to control octave to effect, and we want to bring this down so you don't have it. Let me see here. So now there's no. What the? Let's see.
Oh, you're really.
Yeah, you have to press it.
Yeah, of course.
Fairly.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go.
Don't use the pedal in Converse.
No. Bring it up a bit. Let's see now.
Ghostly.
Okay, try it now.
Okay, so that's the reverb with the choruses and the drive thing all interacting, and then we press down, we should get a shimmer. Oh wow. That's pretty sick. That's kind of, James the lighting guy is just like, yeah, man. Okay, it's very pressure sensitive, which is very cool.
You can control how much you want of it. If you want to have it less sensitive.
I kind of like the control. It's just getting used to. So it seems to have a little curve like this, where it's sort of quite quiet, and then when I apply a little bit more pressure, it
goes
comes
too
up.
much.
Yeah.
We can back it down a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Straighten that out a little.
So let's see here. We'll do this. Is this better? So it isn't until the end that you get like the super crazy.
Just toys, man. Toys. Can we cap it so it doesn't ever come too loud?
Yeah. So you want it a little less?
Yeah, I don't want it. So say I have bad monitoring or something, and I don't have a good representation of the front of house or whatever. I don't want to be killing them with the volume of it. I mean, the effect sounds great. It's just
a little less of it.
We want to kind of compress it a little bit,
sure,
so it's not too crazy. And actually,
can try if this is better.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a better ceiling for sure. And now, can it fade in slower?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's such a pain in the ass.
No, it's cool. It's cool. That's the fun stuff. It's getting it just right.
Is that...
Try this.
Yeah. And the tail, can the tail be longer when I lift off?
The tail of the...
So the tail of the shimmer, when I lift off, can it kind of...
Oh, the way you have to do that is it's the same going up and down. So the way to do it is basically you just let go.
Oh, you let go slow. Oh, because it is that sensitive. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see your foot here. So if you look over here on the screen, that is actually...
Oh my god, that's so sensitive. But like, that's really sick. It's like You're just thinking about lifting your foot off, and then. So it's really organic. That's the thing. Like features like this on pedals, I really like because everything about my set is very 2 hands, 1 guitar, and very organic, and there's no backing tracks or anything like that. So this is basically additional ambience, but you're still playing it. You know, it still feels like part of your body. You know,
yeah.
It's very ethereal. What about the sound itself? Because sometimes it is a little too spooky.
It's a little shrill.
It's a little like
yeah, we can
because of it's sort of taking all this information in some of these chords, and the more extended chords, the more sort of information there is for it to process.
So how about now? Maybe here.
That's nice. It's nice because it's.
You don't get those super kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. That's better tamed.
Cool.
For sure. Do you have any chance anything even an octave higher?
No, we can't do that, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
We tried to make one that goes an octave higher, but it gets really Mickey Mouse sound.
Yeah, okay.
And so in this one, we only have the 1 octave up. We do have the algorithm that we're using also allows to add 1 octave down and 2 octaves down.
Wow.
But when you do that on Reverb, we tried it, it just gets like...
Oh, yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, you've got to be some kind of crazy Sigur Rós kind of situation to do that stuff. This Reverb sound.
So one thing we actually... There are 2 things we didn't touch just on the basic Reverb part is, so we have sort of the... So we have the low and the highs done, and we have the modulation going.
Yeah.
The high factor is something you actually can't control. I almost equate that to having like a presence control on an amp.
Okay.
So it's like the super high end. And right now it's set in the middle, so we can try that.
Can we try putting that up just a little bit?
Yeah.
And see what happens there.
Yeah.
Okay. And this cannot be controlled by the tone knob.
We can change it so you can, but
I like what the tone knob's doing. Yeah.
Okay, but you can either.
But I guess the tone by changing the tone knob anyway, that's going to affect this in a little bit.
Yeah,
anyway.
a little bit.
That's nice.
So you can hear it if I crank it. Now it's at 10. It was at, when you heard, the original sound was at -1. Now it's at 10.
What's the scale from like -25 to 25?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So now you get that kind of
too much.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get dull. So this is where it originally was.
I think we could even go a little, just a hair brighter, like 2 or 3. Yeah. So that's so silky. Let's save that for sure.
We'll save that. So last thing, or one of the last parameters we can tweak is the pre-delay. So
very important.
On the pedal and on your pedal, you have the option of like a long and a short.
I actually always keep mine on short.
Yeah.
Actually, It's always been.
So, but you can actually control how short is and
of
how
course
long.
You can. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
So right now it's at 25 milliseconds. I'll set it all the way down so there's literally no. So now it's immediate.
Yeah.
And we've made it crazy long, so now it's.
Yeah. hey guys, you all like playing in churches? There you go. Yeah. The default setting on the Hall of Fame one
is
on
25,
the short
yeah.
is 25. Yeah, and that's always been what I've always had it on. A lot of the venues you find yourself playing in with the solo acoustic music in the acoustic guitar scene stuff, especially, some of them are like converted churches and things like this. And even though there's a lot of natural reverb in the room, I still like to have this on, but adding a long pre-delay is just kind of asking for a bit of trouble. It just gets a bit too messy.
Yeah.
So, so what is long? Like 75 or something?
It's 50 milliseconds now.
Okay.
You can hear it if you want to. We can change that. So it's just a tad more.
Yeah, let's keep it like that. I think I don't think that needs to change. But I'll keep it on short, and then I can use it on the pedal.
Yeah.
But I'll just hear that shimmer again.
Yeah. So last thing that we haven't done is we haven't messed with the diffusion knob or parameter, and that basically it's fairly subtle, but it goes from, it's listening to the reverb tail, and then you can control whether you want it more granular. So imagine like an old Electro-Harmonix Holy Grail pedal, for example. It has sort of a choppy, it's almost like you can hear the individual delay lines. And then on the other spectrum, trying to get it as smooth and natural sounding as possible. So right now it's all right in the middle.
Smooth for this kind of stuff.
So we can do this. So now it's as choppy as it'll be.
Choppy. Yeah, and let's go to the three, all the way the other side. Yeah. So let's try maybe, so what is it, minus 50 to 50?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try maybe like minus 20.
And originally it was just set straight in the middle, so.
Right, okay.
It's more immediately noticeable if you get like longer decay times.
Yeah. That's going to be just so annoying for everybody all the time, me playing with this. Going back to the middle again?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe down a little, like minus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it gets it a little character.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So that pretty much, I mean, we've sort of been through everything. The last couple of things that we can do, and again, all of these things are options.
And can I customize this on the program anyway?
Yeah. Anything I mean.
That's it, man. Can I just hear it with a longer decay?
Yeah.
I know this will be adjustable on the knob. Yeah, exactly. Let's find that magic spot. Yeah. Having that just amount of chorus to be a bit 80s, but not too much.
Not too much, not too 80s.
That's... Yeah, I'm really happy with that sound.
I think it sounds great.
That sounds fucking awesome, actually. The shimmer, like, I'm struggling to it sounds just a little too ghostly, you know, a little bit too kind of...
We can do something. You try to see if the shimmer thing is better now?
Yep. Nice. What did you adjust?
Basically, it's a high cut, and then there's a cue that you can control how much of the high-end frequencies are being sent into the octaver. And that's basically what it's working on, is the frequencies that you send into it. So it will change the character if you send.
So it sounds like it's smoothed it out a little bit, and it's making it a little. So cool. Man.
But there is this weird kind of erratic thing to it that you can't really get rid of.
Yeah,
that's
but
kind of
by playing with by playing with how hard you're pressing down and releasing, you're playing it, you know, and it's like an instrument. It's like learning a new instrument. That's really exciting. That's very cool, man. I think that's everything. This sounds so good.
Cool, man.
I mean, for those ballads, you know. What I'm playing. Yeah, dude.